Literature searches for dissertations, theses, and other graduate-level projects require comprehensive research. You need to find every important and influential source on your topic, not just a few relevant articles. Let's take a quick look at some strategies you can use to make your literature searches more focused, comprehensive, and efficient. If I'm researching depression among prison inmates, I might choose the database Criminal Justice Abstracts, one of the library's many subject-specific databases, and a good choice for research related to the criminal justice system. The first thing I need to do is consider my keywords. I might start with prisoners, but to be sure I catch as many relevant results as possible, I'll include some synonyms. Many databases will even suggest appropriate synonyms. In this case, prisoners, or inmates, or incarcerated people seems to best capture what I'm looking for. Notice the terms are connected with the word or because I'm trying to find sources that mention any one of these terms. In the next search box, I'll type in depression. I could also include related words such as anxiety, but I'm going to just stick with depression because that's the focus of my research. This search will give me everything in the database that includes the word depression and any one of the other words, prisoners, inmates, or incarcerated people. I get approximately 300 results, so I might consider ways of narrowing things down a bit. The database gives me the option to search for my keywords in specific fields, such as the title or abstract. Let's search for depression in the abstract because articles that mention depression in the abstract will probably be most relevant to my topic. This search gives me fewer but more targeted results. Now let's take a look at the subjects associated with our search. By clicking on Show More, I can see the full list of subjects for the search, as well as the number of articles with a particular emphasis on that subject. The subjects can help me figure out the best words or jargon to use for my particular topic and narrow down my search to the most relevant items. Here I might select mental depression because I'm looking specifically for articles about depression, and I can see that there are less than 60 articles within my search results that have an emphasis on this topic. It's a good idea to look through the list and check all the subjects that might be relevant. So let's also select prisoners and institutionalized persons and prisons. I now have a list of over 100 articles targeted to my research interests. At this point, I could start browsing the titles and abstracts of the articles, or I could narrow my search further in various ways, using the options provided by the database. For example, I can narrow to only scholarly peer-reviewed journals and narrow the time period to just the most recent 20 years. This gives me about 100 articles, again, targeted to my research interests, and in this case, focused on the most current research, a key consideration for a literature search. In some databases, such as Criminal Justice Abstracts, you'll see cited references and citation counts for some articles. The article Reducing Depression, Anxiety, and Trauma of Male Inmates has 27 cited references. These are the sources cited by the article, and I can click the link to see the full list. This article has a citation count of 3 in this database, meaning that 3 other sources in Criminal Justice Abstracts cite the article. By clicking times cited in this database, I can find these 3 articles. Tracking citations in this way can lead you to additional relevant sources and ensure that your search is comprehensive. The citation count also gives you a sense of how influential and important a source is. This is just one example of how you might go about a focused, comprehensive literature search. Other tips to remember. Search in multiple databases. There is no single database that searches everything, so use our subject guides to find all the relevant databases in your discipline. Don't forget Google Scholar. Though it has some limitations, Google Scholar is a great way to search broadly across disciplines, and it's especially good for tracking citations through its Cited By feature. Look for patterns in your sources. Are you seeing the same authors and articles over and over across different databases? This is a good sign that you're seeing the key sources on your topic and finding everything you need to find. Use a citation manager such as EndNote to keep track of all your sources. EndNote is freely available through the University of Louisville's iTech Express store. The program allows you to create a personalized database of sources and generate in-text citations and bibliographies in any style. When you need to be comprehensive in your searches, you need something to help you manage all that great stuff you're finding. Talk to a librarian. It's super easy to sign up for a one-on-one research consultation with one of our subject librarians. We love research, and we can help you find the best sources and make your life easier.